Good morning. It is Spoon TV within Nimba County. My name is Victor T. Cooper I'm the resident of the superintendent, and I'm called Nimba Gono. She will be giving you a little peace message after the certification of Senator-elect Samuel G Kogar, and she needed to appreciate the people of Nimba with regard to several things in the county, including several messages. And then, madam, welcome to Spoon TV this afternoon.
Thank you. It's always a pleasure. Thanks for being here. Thanks for covering the process today.
The people following are interested to know how was the occasion today in Saninkole and how did it come about? Your compound was very chill with Nimba citizen.
Well, it was a good thing. The county has awaited the powerful seat once occupied by our godfather, Senator Prince Yomi Johnson, the former. And they have been wanting to see another senator. Today, the National Election Commission chairperson and the commissioners were able to certificate Honorable Samuel G Kogar as the new senator of our county. And I can tell you that the people of Nimba are at peace. They are happy. And I want to congratulate our citizens for such peaceful elections, and this is the time that the county should be moving forward. So at the end of the day, it's been a big celebration in Saninkole. This is the seat of government. This is where the certification happens at the administrative building, and obviously the reception here at the seat. So you see citizens from different districts all across celebrating, and I think more so thankful that Nimba again has two senators.
It's a good one, and we know that this is a thing you were expecting in Nimba County. That is why many of your messages around the place were kind of one unity by one Nimba County. It also gave you another expensive to the government when it comes to the by-election in district number 5. What can you say? Is there a normal thing that we will be doing as Nimba?
Well, democracy is not cheap, and someone said the only solution to democracy is more democracy. So when it comes to giving the people the right and the chance to choose their leaders, I would never put any monetary value to it. If now we have another vacant seat, we are calling upon sons and daughters of Nimba to come to the table, and the citizens will decide who lead that electoral district number 5. So I will not put monetary value or something that is an inalienable right of my people. They have the right to choose, and we look forward to supporting in the process peacefully, just as we did with the senatorial election.
The senatorial election, you were having an interest. Let's look at the district number 5 election. Do you have anything like interest in the district number 5?
I have interest always in the unity of Nimba. I want to see the Nimba that stays in the direction of the vast majority of the people. Politicians will never have it all, but we say the greater good for the greater number of people. So at the end of the day, that campaign in terms of our seat of elder is over. We're moving forward again as a united front. Going to district number 5, we are hoping that the people elect their best. Elect someone who focuses on the one Nimba agenda, working along with the very productive Nimba legislative caucus that we have to support the RS agenda. That's my priority. A candidate, a government, officials who support the RS agenda of His Excellency President Joseph Yeman Boyka, because that agenda also supports the one Nimba agenda.
Basically, we listen to the senator-elect asking you to work on the road from Tapeta to Jogbostown. That Jogbostown, Biendoru, to have the appreciation that a long distance. Tell us how prepared are you in that project?
Well, it's always engagements when it comes to development. Road is crucial, it's critical, it's expensive, but it's one of the pillars of our RS agenda. And His Excellency, if no president connects Liberia within the time he has been in office, His Excellency President Joseph Yeman Boyka has made tremendous efforts in connecting our. Now you can go to Tapeta and look at it. So that is achievable. It's only the matter of when. So I know we will be working along with Public Works. The executive is going to do all he can. He also goes back to legislature, provided on how much money they can allot for these kinds of development. But I know within this regime, within the nearest possible time, all of Nimba, all of Liberia will be connected. The president is committed to this, and this is just a matter of time.
Let's forget it says here, you people are starting something that people see to be coming in the unborn generation, in the name of building the unity of Nimba County. Is it going to be a kind of a simultaneous thing that will happen, even if you are not in the leadership?
Something like the unity?
The unity.
Oh yes, this is what our forefathers fought for. This is what we are laying the foundation for. This is why we hope that posterity will continue. It's not easy to be this big multi-tribal, multi-religious county. By the end of the day, our love for county unites us, and we are hoping that this type of unity continues among our people.
Yeah, so on the other hand, some of our guys are sending their messages in here. Let me just read them for you. The election that just ended, you were having too many people who were contesting. They were all in the bias. What mechanism you using to bring unity, to bring them back together, more especially Madam Ide Gonglowe, who was kind of having a concern, in fact, thinking of becoming senator, being a woman as well, and then she did not win the election. What do you think you can do to bring the people back together? They were not today in the program.
Yeah, I got a call from one of my candidates and who participated. Someone I had very good relationships with, Honorable Mark Blewan.
Okay.
He was supposed to be here. Obviously, they didn't get here, but we've been talking, and I know those talks have always been in the interest of our county. I have been an experience before. I contested at a very young age for district number 6, Monrovia County. Came only second to the very big incumbent. So I know when emotions are tight. I know what it means to be finishing up number 2. When emotions are tight, and with time, I'm sure all of our candidates for the love of Nimba will come together. All beautiful sons and daughters of Nimba. And I'm sure they're going to come together where we are at the table to move this county together. I believe all of them deeply love their county, have good plans for their county. We may be taking different routes and approach, but I believe we're going to always be at that table as a one Nimba. So we'll continue to engage with them, and we believe that within a matter of time, we will be who we are. Some of those candidates, like you talk about Madam Konglo, someone I've always supported. And you know, this time wasn't the case, but I know the kind of admiration I have for her. And she knows that as well. So I can tell you, if no one knows that, she knows that. So I can tell you that within a matter of time, our people will come together again. That's Nimba.
Is there any recommendation to the senator-elect from the county?
Well, the senator-elect, everyone is looking up to him to work along with Senator Yandi Twain. We know that the way government is structured, he will be at the very national level pushing the agenda of Nimba. I personally want him to work along with the legislators, our caucus, to ensure that institutions, the Ministry of Education, are able to focus on those things they are supposed to do in our county. There are so many services that are supposed to be rendered from line ministries that we believe that will, for strong and united caucus, they can be able to push for the agenda of their people. And if there's anyone who is a legislative czar, that's him. He's one of the oldest in terms of his service in the legislature. So I know he will just be picking up from day one, and he will be working with our lawmakers to ensure that those interests that are at stake for Nimba, like when you talk about ArcelorMittal, when you talk about education, I know he will be pushing for those things.
Okay.
The senator also requests your office to dispatch your technical team to be in Delaware. He promised to keep all his.
Yeah, you came a little bit late, but we will have to work along with Ministry of Agriculture. When it comes to road, it is directly under their supervision, and we will all work towards it, because the issue of roads, that is one of the strongest pillars in the area's agenda. And I can tell you, if the counties are not connected under this regime. I don't think they ever will be, because you have a president who is not only passionate about it, but who is also intentional about it. And you know that all around the counties you started to see road connectivity. So it's just in a matter of time. It's going to be done.
How do you look at the turnout of Nimbians on the certification of the Senate?
For me, it was great. You're talking about work day. You're talking about a program that was not advertised. And for most Nimbians, you will see them at the induction. This is just the certification. Most of them are going to be at the induction at the Liberian Senate. I remember seeing a clip when the then Senator-elect, arrived in Monrovia, where you had Nimba Sup, tons of Nimbians, cheering and happy that finally, Nimbians are so competitive. They've been feeling bad that they had one senator. They were so happy that they had another senator again, and you could see that euphoria that enthusiasm. And Nimbians all over are celebrating. Diaspora everywhere, they're celebrating.
Madam Superintendent, my name is Darlington. I'm going to put for African media. The moment I was in Korea, I took a tour of Lake Tide and saw some boat there with the blueprint. Do you mind to give a little update on Lake Tide, modernization of Lake Tide, making it a tourist center?
Thank you so much. Yes, Lake Tide is only on hold because of the market. The market construction will be taking place in second part. Matter of fact, the access road has been built, the fencing, all the preliminary works are being done. Once that is finalized, the market will be removed. We cannot do that kind of tourism investment with the market in the west at the same place. So once the market is relocated, the investment team will be coming in to present just what you saw on the blueprint. I mean, those will be exciting times as we fight to make Nimba a tourism hub.
It is being funded from the county cover?
We will be entering an MOU with a tourism firm to do it. But again, I would say the county is greatly contributing because the relocation of the market is from the county's cover, which allows us to use that site.
So the final question.
Your office, in acknowledgement of our commissioner's efforts, you donated bags to them, but there were online reports regarding the source of the fund that you used to purchase these motor bags that were given to the commissioners. Is it also from the county's cover?
So I tell you this, as a young guy coming on as a journalist, don't make it your duty to quote worthless stories just because they're written in some paper. You read it, it lacks substance, and you deeply pity the condition of people who will write such a story. I'm reading 393,000 and it sounds like $35, because that amount of money cannot be dispersed in such a short time without procedure. People don't take money like that. You're talking about a superintendent who arrived Wednesday night, came to the county Thursday, on Friday distributed back, and he said she distributed 400,000, arriving in the county in less than 48 hours. It's totally untrue, misleading, false, and it is sad because when I see that kind of reportage come from Nimba, people say it's everybody's time in life. This is Nimba's time. There was a time, you all were test, some of you may have been younger, that Nimba was relegated, Nimba was denigrated, the stories of the war. But this is the time in Liberia's history that everybody admires Nimba, that everybody is happy about the progress that Nimba is making, that everybody is excited and see these are peculiar people, very focused and very developmental. So when you see people within our own circle and within our own county do that, it's disheartening. But again, that's the thing about the size and population. There are so many other people within the subset of the population. But that story is false and misleading. When a county budget was passed months ago, we decided that never in the history of this county, chiefs called me yesterday. They said somebody said they've been chiefs since 2012, 2017. No one has acknowledged them. But this county administration sat and said, listen, the chiefs are always involved with hospitality. They receive strangers. They are now on payroll. Even if it's twice or 3 times a year, let amend the efforts, So this is how we budgeted that. And our commissioners are the frontline generous. So we said they are not as many as the chiefs, who are 700 plus. But let's start with them. The next group will be the district development officers and the district administrative officers. So those things were budgeted for, procured, and everything. The only thing I distributed is when I came, because I was waiting for the coding to be done for the back. And when I came, the coding was done. So I thank you for, bringing this to light, throwing light on it. But I mean, it's a story that lacked in it. Iota or true. It's baseless. And at the end of the day, we are working for our people. What is really moving to me is the fact that our chiefs are happy. I had 3 female chiefs yesterday from district number 6 calling and expressing that even if it's not much, the fact that they are being thought of as members of government, they appreciate us. So
and just a follow-up, in that program we were here and we saw the Internal Affairs Minister, and you were championing the need for these chiefs to at least be placed on payroll. I mean, how far are we with that negotiation?
So you know very well that across the counties or the country, there are so many chiefs. Nimba alone has 768 chiefs, right? So at the end of the day, government will start to work on that. First thing we are starting to do is working on the profiling of those chiefs. So the Minister of Internal Affairs may be here next month again, where we are now sitting with our lawmakers, our community people, and we will be giving letters to those chiefs one by one, acknowledging who they really are. That's the process that leads to that. But I can guarantee you that as a county administration, every year we'll budget something to help the efforts, because they are our local leaders.
Thank you so much, Lieutenant. Is there any conclusion?
Oh, I just want the people of Nimba to know that we applaud them for peaceful elections. Nimba is the epicenter. Nimba sneezes and the rest of the country catches cold. What Nimba does good is good for the country. We applaud Nimba for peaceful elections. We applaud the brilliant sons and daughters who participated for, gracefully accepting the result that reflects the affirmative will of our people. We congratulate again our new Senator, Hon Samuel G Kogar, and we say as a county, let us move forward. Nimba has so much to do. Nimba is the one. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That was the superintendent of Nimba County. I'm Gono. Bye bye. And I'm Victor Cooper on Spoon TV, Liberia. Bye bye.